Okay, so a lot of you might not know this, but my YouTube Shorts channels are actually not the only thing that I do in my life. I'm very open about the channels that I own, so Stories Told is one of my Faceless channels and has made 3.8 thousand in the past 28 days, and another 4.9 thousand if you add on music royalties. And then I also have the channel that you're watching this video on right now, which has exploded in literally the past week. It's crazy. But the funny thing is that on top of all of this, I'm actually a full-time college student at Cornell University. And so I've gotten asked by a couple people now, how do I actually organize everything within the businesses that I run and manage all of that on top of a full-time college workload? So in this video, I wanted to quickly explain how I do that, and you could probably try to use some of the systems that I use to replicate the same things and start allocating your time in the most efficient way possible in the same way that I do. So first things first, before I even go over this, you have to understand my opinion on school in the first place. And so if you've watched my videos, you probably could already predict what my viewpoint on the modern day education system is, but I think there's a lot of shortcomings. I'll just say that for the short answer. And so I used to take school pretty seriously and try to just find the classes that were the absolute most interesting, even if they came with a lot of work. But as I've gotten older, I've decided to dedicate more and more of my time to just doing the easiest possible required classes. And then when I actually want to dedicate my time to learning something, there's so many free resources nowadays that there's not even any point of me trying to go to class. It's a way better point for me to actually just consume the resources that are free. So specifically, I remember there was literally a business class that I skipped one time so that I could stay home and watch Alex Hormozy's free business course, which I knew was better than my actual professor's lecture. That's an example where if my goal is to be educated, it's actually better for me to not go to class and just learn online, which has way better resources than the class that I'm in, which is really boring, has a stupid grading system that makes me memorize stuff that doesn't really matter that much, and doesn't really actually apply to what I'm doing. Like, there's not a single full-time professor at my school who understands YouTube anywhere near as good as I do. And that's just sad, but it's true. So firstly, I've changed my schedule and my school workload to actually reflect those beliefs. So this is what my schedule at school actually looks like. So I have class 2 days a week, and I've put everything on Tuesday and Thursday. And all those classes are just straight up back to back. So I have this class, which is probably a medium difficulty, this class, which is probably on the harder side, and then these two classes right here, which are both extremely easy and pretty much guaranteed A's. And it's pretty much just a mix of classes that are required that I think would at least be somewhat interesting. Then what I do with my classes is I map out all the assignments for the entire year, since they normally give out the syllabus on day one, and then I know every single assignment that I have to do throughout the whole year. So even if I don't go to class, I know when I'm supposed to do each assignment by just looking at this calendar. So that's how I make my school life as easy as possible, so I could put as little time towards an inefficient mode of education, and I could put the rest of my time towards a much more efficient way of actually learning the things that matter to me. Now, in terms of most of my learning, it actually mostly comes from YouTube, but now and then I will pay for a course if it's something that actually really does matter. One that I got recently was access to Peterson Academy, which has some pretty cool lectures in here. So if I'm trying to learn academically, I'd honestly rather this than most of my classes at school. And if I'm trying to learn for something to actually apply to the actual world, like business or YouTube, I would rather just watch a YouTube video. So yeah, that's how I get my school as out of the way as I possibly can be. And then here's how I organize the rest of my businesses on top of that. So firstly, I'll start with my Faceless automation channel. So what we do is we make a Discord and we have everyone's role in here added so everyone knows what they're supposed to be doing. And I literally even re-nicknamed everyone so that their role in the company is right next to their name. So one of our editors' names is V, and I just named him V Editor. So everyone in the Discord knows who is who and when they're supposed to be doing what. Secondly, with all of the videos that we post, we keep one channel that shows all of the channels that we own, who's supposed to be posting on it, what's supposed to be posted, and everything. And so the way we organize that is we have editors do the videos, they upload them to the corresponding folders by a certain time every single day, and then our post manager knows based on which folder it's in, which channel they're supposed to upload that video to. From there, the information on how often to upload is in this channel called post info. So once we get one or two of these channels running, they're pretty much just running on automatic, and the only work from my end is making sure that everybody does everything at the right time, which once you get into the swing of things doesn't really take that much work to oversee. And then there's also a little bit of work when I add a new channel to the workflow, but other than that, it's pretty much automated and out of my hands, and that's how we organize all of the Faceless channels. Then when it comes to my personal channel, or this one, what I do is every time I get an idea, I write it down in this channel called Casual Ideas. And then when I record it, I just put a little check mark next to it, so I know everything that's recorded. So right now you're watching me record how I stay organized as a college student plus business owner. Once I finish recording this video, it's going to be automatically uploaded into this OneDrive folder, and the team that I'm working with will know everything that they're supposed to do with this. So that's how I keep that organized. And then the last thing that I've added to my workflow that has made everything a lot easier is a big to-do list. So what I used to do was I used to have all of my to-dos on this little whiteboard right here that I would keep on the side right next to my desk. But the one shortcoming of this is that if you realize you needed to add something to your to-do, but you weren't home, obviously you can't like physically write in a whiteboard if you don't have it with you. So now pretty simply what I did instead was I created a Notion board that allows me to have to-dos for every single one of the different companies that I work on and just have to-do set for all of them. When I finish it, like record, like I'm recording this video right now, I just cross it off the to-do list and then I'm done. And obviously this is just an ongoing list, so it helps me stay organized of all the key tasks that I actually need to do within my businesses. Now, pretty much all of this is made possible because of the fact that I can pay other people to do stuff on my behalf. And one of the most important ones actually, and shout out to my boy Nico in the Discord for helping me with this, is getting someone who's a virtual assistant. So this is basically to have someone do a lot of the menial tasks that suck up the most amount of time out of your day and are probably the cheapest to actually automate. So I'll give you an example. For my school schedule, instead of mapping out all of these assignments myself, which would have taken me at least a good hour, I just paid a virtual assistant to map these out for me. I just sent him the syllabus to my classes and told him to map it out, and he did it, and now this is all done for me. Just like that, I get an hour back of my time, and I can spend more time recording and more time dedicating time to the actual businesses and the key activities in them that I'm working on. There's a lot of other examples like keeping track of things or looking over emails or messages, but pretty much without other people's work, I would not be able to be where I am. So all of that organization combined with the softwares that I use and the people that I employ, that's how I stay organized and make my life a lot more efficient on the tasks that I'm working on. So yeah, that's how I stay organized as a college student and as a business owner. And I hope that makes sense to you guys. Let me know in the comments what from this video you were actually able to apply to your systems to make yourself more efficient and productive. Anyways, my mission with this channel is to drop the absolute best make money online sauce without gatekeeping anything. So I hope I delivered on that mission in the video. And to show support for that mission, you could subscribe, or the absolute best thing you could do is literally go to my Discord server and drop your best money-making sauce completely for free and just see what happens. I bet you if you give it the benefit of the doubt and do it for at least a month, you'll be surprised with the results you get and the type of people that you actually attract. Anyways, I hope this video helped you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll catch you on the next one, and peace.